Sean, was that a victory for patience, for know-how?
Somewhat. It was a hard-fought victory for sure. I think the first half they did really well to knock us out of our stride. We couldn't get a grip on the game and didn't look anywhere near what we were last week. But kind of that weird one where it's not always questioning us. I thought they were effective in what they tried to do. Second half, I thought we got a grip of the game. We found calmness. And overall, we created the chances, the real good quality chances, that is, to go and win it.
Did you give a bit of a half-time G-up? Because as well as calmness, there seemed to be a bit more urgency at the sharp end.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was a calm G-up, if that makes sense. It wasn't screaming and stuff. It was giving them information and reminding them that the game, the feel of a game is never far away. It's coming back to you. And I said, you know, last week we played with an energy but also a quality. I said it was a week ago in your life, you know, so this week that needs to return. And it can be a fine margin. And I thought early on in the second half, we just made a couple of first contacts, got hold of it better and found that calmness. And then the game just slightly edged in our favour. But then you have to be ready because whenever the ball's dead, it comes in your box. Whenever it's a throw-in, it comes in your box. And I've got no problem with that, by the way. We've got to deal with that. That's our job, and I thought we did very well, actually, particularly with the loss of James Tarkowski. Very difficult for Kevin Long today to come on into that game, but I thought he stood up very resolutely and dealt with what he had to deal with.
What is the news on James Tarkowski? Because was it a blow to the shoulder? Or?
No, actually, it was around his groin area, so I'm waiting on news. He did get a blow to his shoulder, but that was more of a sore one, I think. But his groin, he said it just wasn't good enough, so we'll have to wait and see how that is.
And in a team full of cool heads, there can't be any cooler at the moment than Johan Berg Gudmundsson. And scoring with his head, that was something new.
Yeah, I mean, we want our wide players. We've spoken a lot this season about them being more effective and getting goals. And Azza got one last week, and Johan today, I'm not even sure he knew it had gone in. But it was a great header from that kind of angle to head it right down into the floor. It's probably the only place you can, or one of the only places you can score from. And then Vokes is a great header, you know, because that's difficult. When the ball's coming over with not much pace on it, he generated power and pace on that. That was a great header.
You said last week it was a start. Another building block today?
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's a good way of putting it, actually, because it wasn't a fantastic performance, but it was a resilient performance. It was a Burnley-like performance when we've had to stay in it. We've had to do all the right things. Ben Mee was terrific again today, I thought. Joe Hart, you know, they're people historically have been good for us, you know, goalkeepers, centre-halves, the framework of the side. But what it shows is that undercurrent of Burnley that we built here is still there. Now and again, it just needs people to remind, you know, everyone, we are still Burnley. We still have to punch above